It's shaped by individual experiences, cultural backgrounds, and personal preferences. What may seem distasteful to one person could be beloved to another. So, this analysis serves as a generalization rather than a stereotype, recognizing that exceptions always exist. Just wanted to put that out there. Food is more than sustenance. It's a powerful cultural artifact, deeply intertwined with national identity, traditions, and history. The flavors and dishes that people grow up with shape their taste preferences and culinary expectations. When we delve into why certain American foods might be off-putting to people from other countries, we gain insights into broader cultural dynamics and culinary practices. Let's begin with one of the most iconic American staples, peanut butter. Widely loved in the United States and used in everything from sandwiches to cookies, peanut butter often leaves foreigners bewildered. And many parts of Europe and Asia, the thick, sticky texture and intense flavor are unfamiliar and off-putting. To people in these regions, it can seem too rich and overwhelmingly sweet, making it difficult to appreciate its widespread popularity in American cuisine. In some countries, peanuts are primarily consumed in savory dishes, and the concept of a sweet, creamy spread can be quite alien. Another American classic that frequently confounds foreigners is the combination of sweet and savory flavors. Americans have a deep-seated love for blending these tastes, evident in dishes like maple syrup on bacon or chicken and waffles. However, in many European and Asian cultures, these combinations are less common and can be perceived as strange or unpalatable. For instance, in France and Japan, sweet and savory dishes are typically kept separate, and the mingling of these flavors in a single dish can be jarring to the unaccustomed palate. Processed cheese, particularly the kind that comes in individually wrapped slices or in a can, is another source of culinary confusion for many foreigners. In countries renowned for their artisanal cheese traditions like France, Italy, and Switzerland, processed cheese is often viewed with disdain, and I can hardly blame them. I actually prefer the cheeses from these countries as well, but again, I have nothing against processed American cheese. The uniform texture and flavor of processed cheese, though, to these countries, or people from these countries, can seem artificial and inferior compared to the complex and varied profiles of natural cheeses. The bright orange hue of American processed cheese can be especially off-putting to those from cultures where cheese is typically white or, at the very most, a pale yellow. Another one of my favorites, root beer, a beloved American beverage, is an example of a food that often garners mixed reactions, let's say, from foreigners. This sweet, carbonated drink has a distinct flavor derived from the sassafras root, which can be reminiscent of medicinal syrups to those unaccustomed to it. Many Europeans, especially those from countries where herbal and medicinal flavors aren't common in sodas, find root beer's taste evocative of toothpaste or cough syrup, making it a challenging drink to enjoy. And after tasting certain herbal supplements and medicines from these countries, I fully get that. I completely understand now. The American fascination with large portion sizes also frequently surprises visitors from other Supersizing meals, especially in fast food restaurants, is often seen as excessive and wasteful. In cultures like Japan, where portion control and presentation are highly valued, the sight of a gigantic burger or an oversized soda can be quite shocking. The difference in portion sizes reflects broader cultural attitudes toward food consumption and waste. Twinkies, the iconic American snack cake filled with creamy filling, are another polarizing food. While many Americans have a nostalgic affection for this treat, its synthetic taste and spongy texture are often unappealing to those from other countries. Europeans who are used to pastries made with natural ingredients and traditional methods may find Twinkies overly sweet and artificial tasting. The bright yellow color and long shelf life of Twinkies due to the preservatives can also be off-putting to those who prefer fresh homemade baked goods. Moving on to more regional American specialties. Dishes like chitlins, which are fried pig intestines, for those who don't know, and Rocky Mountain oysters, deep fried bull testicles, can be particularly off-putting to foreigners and Americans alike. These foods have deep roots in specific cultural and historical contexts within the United States and are often seen as bizarre or revolting by those from other countries. In cultures where awful and unusual animal parts aren't commonly consumed, these dishes can be especially challenging to accept. The strong flavors and unique textures of these foods can be difficult for those unaccustomed to them. Another American food that often confounds foreigners is the concept of the corn dog. This deep-fried, batter-coated hot dog on a stick is a staple of American fairs and carnivals, but can seem strange to those from other cultures. In many parts of the world, hot dogs are eaten in buns or with other accompaniments, and the idea of deep-frying them in cornmeal batter can be quite alien. The combination of savory sausage and sweet batter can also be off-putting to those unaccustomed to such flavor pairings. American breakfast choices like sugary cereals, pancakes drenched in syrup, and biscuits and gravy can also bewilder those from countries where breakfast is typically lighter and more savory in nature. In countries like Italy, breakfast often consists of a simple pastry and coffee. In Japan, a traditional breakfast might include rice, fish, and miso soup. The sweetness and caloric density of American breakfast can be surprising and even unappealing to those with different breakfast traditions. Despite these differences in taste and preference, it's important to recognize that globalization and cultural exchange continually shape and reshape our culinary landscapes. Many foreigners eventually come to appreciate, or at least tolerate, some of these quintessentially American foods. Similarly, Americans traveling abroad often encounter local delicacies that challenge their palates and expand their culinary horizons. So, in conclusion, the foods that Americans cherish but some foreigners find unappetizing highlight the fascinating diversity of culinary traditions around the world. These differences in taste and preference are a reminder of how deeply our food choices are rooted in cultural context and personal experience. While it can be easy to dismiss unfamiliar foods as unappealing, it's worth remembering that every dish tells a story aspect of the culture that created it. So, my fellow Americans, the next time you encounter a foreign dish that seems strange or unappetizing, take a moment to consider the history and tradition behind it. You might just find that with an open mind and a willing palate, you can discover new and exciting flavors that enrich your culinary journey. So, until next time.